Welcome to Click for IB Biology. Here we are looking at Baro and Chemoreceptors in the integration of body systems, syllabus reference C3.1, integration of body systems. There's a PDF of this presentation that's linked in down in the description. You can download that and annotate with your own notes, and then after the video is complete, there's 10 questions also linked in to the description along with answers, and you can check your understanding and progress with that. So Baro and Chemoreceptors. So in the integration of body systems, this depends upon being able to detect changes with stimuli. And so baroreceptors, they are responsible for detecting changes in blood pressure, whereas chemoreceptors are responsible for detecting changes in the chemistry of the blood, including carbon dioxide levels, oxygen levels, and pH. So if we could just take a moment to think about our chemoreceptors. If the body is involved in exercise, this would lead to increased levels of respiration, aerobic respiration, and the consequence of that would be an increased production of carbon dioxide, which through its solubility in blood would give us an increase in the carbon dioxide levels, so that deals with this one, but also increased levels of respiration through exercise. The carbon dioxide through the Bohr effect would result in the formation of hydrogen ions, so the pH of the blood would fall, it would become more acidic. So these could all be detected by our chemoreceptors. So if we begin with the chemoreceptors, which are here in the aortic arch coming out of the left ventricle of the heart, it detects, for instance, a fall in the pH, which is an increase in the hydrogen ion concentration, and the stimulus is directed to a region of the brainstem. Now, the brainstem is the medulla, and the region of the brain we're concerned with here is the cardiac center. I'll just put C for center. And detecting a fall in pH tells the body that we have increased levels of respiration, and the output can be back to the sinoatrial node. So I just put SAN here, back to the sinoatrial node, and we're getting the stimulation along the vagus nerve to increase heart rate. Now that increase in the heart rate would increase the circulation and the circulation of oxygen to the muscles, which would assist the exercise. Also present are the carotid arteries here and here, and within them they have baroreceptors or pressure receptors. And these pressure receptors would detect the increase in pressure, which was due to an increase in heart rate, which in turn is due to the exercise, and they would also send impulses to the cardiac center, or indeed to another region of here, which we might call the ventilation center, sometimes called the respiratory center actually, and then this in turn sends output to the intercostal muscles to increase ventilation. So if we put this together, the input of the pH, the low pH, and of high blood pressure increases heart rate and ventilation rate, both of which would contribute to supplying more oxygen to the aerobically respiring muscles. This is in fact what is known as a demand-led system, with the demand occurring first and then the system integrated by these nervous connections responds. The next video is connected on the left-hand side there. We have a chance to subscribe to the channel if you would care to do so. It's very much appreciated. And the playlist to C 3.1 is listed on the right-hand side there.